Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson today, so let's get this party started. You say it all the time, and I always do. Let's go. Right is it? 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Such a story for life. By any means necessary to get my point across to get you to know thyself. That's what I do for you. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of knowing knowing thyself, aka excuse me, spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is for you to do just that. That's why I put together all this information and give it to you so you can make it happen for yourself by practicing it. I'm giving it to you. All you gotta do is practice. Tune in and practice. Let's go. Knowing thyself is the question that I ask because I want all right thinkers to do just that. So if you don't have the answer, tune in. I'll help you with that. That's what I do for you. Get you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know or think that they know, excuse me, is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. To my eye, be true. I'm back in the book and I got a two-part lesson here. The title is Right Thinkers. Let's talk about how a sage, aka I, experience the world through the sage's eyes. How about that? So just do the I in there, being a little egotistical today, feeling a little good about myself. All right, so moving on. Let's go. Moving on. Excuse me. Now, due to ignorance, the human mind is carried away with what? The beauties of creation, like the spirit of Saw and Neptat, they fell in love with each other. Why? Mortality and nature tends to gravitate to each other. So that's a natural phenomenon, which is fine. But watch this. Now, it's carried away with the beauties of creation. Why? Because these excite the senses and the delusion of what? The mind, and gives rise to the promise of what? That the world of time and space holds abiding happiness. It don't. Listen to me. Thus, the mind constantly what? Swings between happiness, displeasure. Okay? That back and forth, up and down the roller coaster ride. You want to get off that ride. You want to smooth the ride out, so to speak. That's the concept, and that's the philosophy of a sage. Like a wave in the ocean, watch this, rises and recedes. That's what you're doing. However, a sage, having discovered what? The steadfast point within, knowing thyself, looks on the various forms of multiplicity in the world and the various conditions of prosperity and adversity as passing waves in the ocean. My mom's favorite phrase, this too soon shall pass. Nothing stays the same, nothing stays forever. Okay? In the real sense, a sage, what? Never loses sight of what? The fact that the ocean is there no matter how many waves may stir up or how many storms may rise. It ain't going nowhere. It is what it is, as the young people would say. I like that phrase. If they understood it, that's good. But a person with ordinary understanding becomes what? Fascinated with the sizes, the forms, and appearance of the waves. Why? Because they're forgetting that it is all ocean, like us forgetting who we are. Spiritual beings, gods in the flesh, having human experience. But we forget we're God. We think we're just human beings. Therein lies the problem. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand who you are, aka know thyself. That's the plan. Now, once having discovered that stable point which is what? Supremely fulfilled and what? Unchanging. A sage looks on human experiences with what? With a detached eye. Third one. And is thus what? Never, because you looked at it with a detached eye, aka the third eye, I got my hoodie on, never caught up in the waves of what? Emotions, which most people experience, and a lot of them can't control it. That's why self mastery is based on being able to control your emotions, your thoughts, your actions. That's all focused and have to be paid attention to and mastered for oneself to gain sagehood. A sage is ever aware of what? The absolute reality, which what? Transcends duality and therefore experience what? Peace in any and every condition, while at the same time still being aware of the what? The relative world of time and space. I went into my practice in the right thing philosophy over 10 years ago. I stayed focused, I stayed true to the course, and now I'm teaching it to others so that they can learn it and master themselves. Okay, it's a process. So I earned that. And as a sage does not fear death. Nope. I'm not gonna here act like I'm Superman and stop bullets, but no, death is imminent to the physical body. So if you mentally prepare for that, you don't fear it. That's the point. I'm not running here thinking I can't die. No, no. But watch this. I don't fear death. Why? Having discovered his or her what? Own immortality. Meaning you don't went inside yourself. You know you and God are one. So death don't fear you. A good Christian, a good Muslim, a Jew had the same concept when they had that mystical experience for themselves. They know they're good to go. Why? The physical body's gonna die, but the spirit gonna live on. It's gonna go wherever they say go, heaven, to wherever else it is that you want to go. You got to do what? No, same concept. But understand this. Now, a sage also is one with the universe. How? Having discovered what? The innermost source of the cosmos, where? Within him or herself. You hear me keep making it him or her. A sage don't have to be male. Unlike the Christian faith where only men can preach in the pulpit. Sage, we have priests and priestess. Okay. Man go together with woman in any phase, any walk. So separating them two don't make much sense. So that's just the concept. So you're gonna hear me say him or her always. Why? Because it's equal. Even while watch this, even while engaged in what? Various works which will what? Uplift humanity, such as what? Teaching. That's one of the noblest professions you can have. Why? Because we're educating our future kids. So teaching is important. Writing books, yeah, I ain't gotta write them, I gotta punch out my read. Healing. I ain't into the touching thing. I just give advice mentally. I can help you with that. And watch this. Encouraging what? Others to do what? Develop your virtuous qualities, which lead to what? Self-knowledge, aka spiritual enlightenment. The sage does what? Looks upon all of these activities with the same type of what? Detachment that an actor looks upon performances on the stage or in the theater. It's just a role you're playing. Understand that. The sage, what? Quickly identifies him or herself again with what? With the self, not the body. Not the body. Try to make that clear. So therefore, what? Any activity of the body are like activities in what? A dream world. The spirit is along for the ride. It has no control, no say so, or nothing. So it's along for the ride. But when you're in the dream world, you're in the spirit world. When you wake up, no matter what you thought, no matter what you went through in that dream world, when you wake up, it's all for naught, right? Understand that? So this way, trying to tell you, in this physical body, when you become conscious, you realize a lot of stuff was for naught. Why? Unless you do what you need to do, you'll find out. Moving on. But watch this. Now, just as activities seem to have purpose, While what? In the dream state, we all go into that state. But once you wake up, what happens? There is no purpose. The sage has woken up to what? Reality, which transcends the ordinary human experience in the phenomenal world of time and space, while an unenlightened human being continues to what? Believe the world and their bodies to be what? Real and abiding. That's ignorance. Simple as that. And that's what they're telling you. You unenlightened, I mean you're ignorant. Don't know yourself. Wrap it up. Oh yeah, I got a little bit to go. I'm got a nice little half a page to go. But watch this. Now, how can these teachings, there we go. We get into the best part. How can these teachings be used in the practical world? I mean, everyday life. I tell you, the lessons I give, you could implement them right now. Not wait, not right now. And they tell you, watch this. It's obviously knowing that what? The universe is what? Energy. And that your body is also what? Energy does not change their appearance or allow them to walk through walls or fly through air. Not so. Of what use is this energy that we learned about the force? Watch, here we go. While most people are what? So caught up in what the day-to-day realities of life, which is cool, and which seems so real and pressing, a practitioner of yogi, which I am, deals with life from a standpoint of what? Wisdom, teachings, understand of trying to what? Acquire. Let me go back. Something wrong here. From the wisdom standpoint of the teaching. Okay. I live from the wisdom standpoint of my teachers. Instead, there you go. I knew something wasn't right. Didn't sound right. When you live for higher learning instead of trying to acquire what? Worldly objects, making money, becoming more involved with the world in effort to what? Feel happy and good about yourself. Yeah, the old they call it the drum major league. Everybody look at me, I'm lead, I'm in front. Yeah, yeah, I'm number one. All that nonsense. That's the egoistic concepts that a lot of us live under, and half of us don't even know. But it is what it is. Now, as a yogi, you do what? You seek to fulfill again his or her desires to experience what? Happiness. How? By working to what? Discover that boundless source of happiness. Where at? Within, not out there. Go within. My man said, dive deeper within yourself. I've been deeper. You can't listen. You can't get no deeper than I am. I'm trying to raise Atlantis to the top for myself. Okay, that's how deep I am. Address #1 Bimini Road. Y'all know that? Let's go. Right, then wrapping it up. Now, a practitioner of yoga should seek to what? Satisfy the practical needs of life while what? Maintaining balance, state of mind, doing both prosperous condition as well as what? Doing negative one. Meaning you're happy when things are going good. You sad, depressed. You got to get better than that. I keep telling you that don't go. Smooth, cool is the rule. Don't act like you've never been there before. Don't wild out and freak out. Maintain your cool, and you be cool. That's what is supposed to be done as a yogi. And the yogi should, watch this, should not indulge in what? The pleasures of the world or seek to experience pain either. I ain't trying to do the dumb stuff, okay? A yogi, again, should balance and promote what? Peace and harmony for what? The purpose of obtaining enlightenment, self-enlightenment. A yogi should constantly reflect on what? The wisdom that this world, as well as the thoughts in the mind and experiences during what? A dream. Watch this. Are nothing but vibrations in consciousness which comes into existence and disappears as clouds in the sky or waves in the ocean. So therefore, there should not be no need to hold on to notions of the mind or the desires of the body. A yogi, aka sage, should practice what? Keeping a close watch on your thoughts of the mind and the feelings of the body heart, body, mind, coherence. That's what you need to be focused on, using them in what? In harmonious understanding, working as one. Where it says that, then feeling of the body. And so, as always, what? You remain separate from them and not get caught up in them, realizing those desires ain't for you. When this discipline, here you go, is what? Practice spiritual discipline when daily, along with meditation and other yoga disciplines. Watch this. There is a gradual awakening, something's going on, process, which what? Which occurs where? Where in the light of the intellectual reasoning grows and blossoms into intuitional realization of the transcendental truth. That means what? This is the process of becoming a sage. Watch me read this. I'm going to finish out. An enlightened sage cannot suffer or feel elated over any development in a physical or the astral plane. Why? Since a sage has discovered and experienced for himself that these two planes are both emanations from the self, which is the absolute and the transcendental reality. Knowing this and having experience of this, a sage cannot fall prey to what? The worries and the anxieties over which most people suffer as they live their lives on a day-to-day basis. I'm not stressing. I'm not doing none of that. I found my peace. Having experienced, finding peace, this higher reality, a sage has what? Become liberated, free from what? All ignorance, just as opening a door and looking into a room frees you from what? The ignorance about the conscious in that room. Knowing thyself, becoming one with God does that for you. That's how a sage deals with the world, experience the world. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out. I got another one coming up. It's called How a Sage Views the Ignorance of Others. I'm just putting them out there. I'll be back.